What's up everybody, this is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue, and I've been writing down recipes over the last few years with intentions to get to them. Some of them I've got to, some of them I haven't. This is another one of those recipes I'd scribbled down on a piece of paper. Don't really remember where I got it from, but I figured now was going to be a perfect time to do it. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be hooking up some cauliflower fritters. This is going to be a real simple recipe that just about anybody can throw together. Let's take a look at the ingredients we're going to need to rock this out. So these are the ingredients we're going to need for these cauliflower fritters. Now, the recipe I'm following is calling for fresh cauliflower, but I found these frozen cauliflower blends in the freezer aisle, and I figured these would work out really well. A head of cauliflower is about 2 pounds, so 2 pounds would be 32 ounces, so I have 3 10-ounce bags of cauliflower, which should work well. One thing I didn't notice before I bought these is they do come in flavors if you'd like. So I have a roasted garlic bag, a savory herb bag, and then another roasted garlic bag. So we're already going to start off with a little bit of flavor. Outside of those flavors, what I'm going to be using is some minced up garlic, some red pepper flakes. The original recipe that I saw is calling for just regular black pepper. We have some kosher salt. Now I'm using, instead of the whole wheat flour that they're using, I'm using a Garbanzo bean flour. We have some fresh basil, and this was frozen, but fresh frozen basil. And then we have some Parmesan cheese. Those are our ingredients. The first thing that we need to do is get our cauliflower into a bowl and into the microwave for 15 minutes. And this is the cauliflower that you would mainly see in the store that would be used for cauliflower rice, which is going to be perfect for this recipe. Alright, we're going to go 15 minutes in the microwave. See you back when that's done. Alright guys, we got our cauliflower out of the microwave. We've let it cool down. Now, I will be having our ingredients and amounts in the description below, as I do have them written down on this piece of paper. All we need to do is add all of our ingredients into our cauliflower and mix it up. An ingredient that I did forget earlier, well, I had the ingredient, but we're going to separate out some of that garbanzo bean flour or regular wheat flour or white flour off to the side. We're going to dip that before we fry them. So we're going to add our garbanzo bean flour. I'm using basil, but any kind of herb would work, dried or fresh. Our garlic, pepper, I'm using red pepper, any kind of pepper or any, you know what, get creative with this. This is all I want you guys to do, is get creative with this recipe. We got that, our Parmesan cheese, and an egg. We're just going to mix it up. And one of the reasons we want this cauliflower to kind of cool down is we don't want this egg to become scrambled while we're mixing it in. Now we're going to want this mixed in enough, or we're going to want it moist enough to where it'll make a ball and still form or hold its shape. So here's a ball, it's holding its shape. That's right where we want. So I'm going to get a sheet pan out here. We're going to roll some of these up and form them into patties and get them ready to get cooked off. So let's get these bad boys made. I cannot wait to get in on these. Make these as big or as small as you like. I'm going to go with something medium. Form them into my patty. I'm going to throw them into our flour. And set them on our paper. Now, as far as the sauce that I'm going to use with this, I just took a sour cream, add a little bit of lemon juice to it, a little bit of dill, salt, and that's pretty much it. So we're just going to add that onto these fritters when we're done cooking them. This is our last step to cook off these fritters. I have my oil heated to about 350 degrees, and we're just going to get our fritters in and cook them until they're golden brown. So let's take a look and see what we're looking like. You know what, that's light brown. I'm going to work with that. We could always flip it again. And that took about 2.5 minutes. So let's check this other side. Now I want them to be a little bit darker than this here, which it looks like they are. Okay, I'm gonna let these go about, they only need about 30 more seconds just to brown them up a little bit more. I'm gonna place them on our paper towel, and that's really gonna be it. So this recipe is a wrap. Now my son walked by when I was just finishing these up, and he thought that I was cooking falafel. So if you're familiar with falafel, that's kind of what it does look like, but let's get in and see what it tastes like. I have some of that sauce on the top. Let's see. I'm gonna say, if you know what falafel is, this pretty much tastes almost exactly like falafel. Love it. Man, give this a try. Now, let me finish this. Now, when I was cooking these, the recipe had said form them into balls, pat them out into your into the shape you want, then dust it with flour. I did some with flour, then off camera I did some without it. I don't think it needed to be dipped in the flour before you cooked it, so that's one thing that I would probably delete from this recipe, but awesome recipe. I'm gonna tell you, you'll love it. Thanks for stopping by No Hippie Trip. Excuse me, I was about to give out my other channel's name. Thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.